via the women's team, and now they're looking. Look at the likes of Christian Schaffner there on the pitch.
When we see their starting 11, Landreth at the back.
Manila Digger.
Back.
And it's not a very tall or physical. Bouncing around dangerously inside the box. Still alive, para sa Stallion. Looking for a push on. Yeah, that's nothing given. Opportunity now for Digger. Off the post. Limbo gets the ball into the box. A lovely chance.
Digger, Limbo gets across inside the box, miscleared by Villarreal.
Nieras. Trying to return that pass. Opportunity, Stallion. Into the danger zone. Asong. Ooh. Turn from Schrock. Chance here. Diallo. Opportunity now for Macmillan. Stopped by Asong.
Clear-cut opportunity.
Kedman is already proving to be very much involved in today's game. Villarreal, not the best of clearances. Limbo's ball. And of Stallion Laguna would deal with the physical threat of Manila Digger, and so far they've done so very well. Awkward position for the goalkeeper. Bouncing around. Cisse, he's got support. Usman Guy from Manila Digger. What a save. Let's see, right there, that hit the head. But look at this. Into Guy. Touch was out of his feet. Oof. It's quite a coming through. Very well could decide this one. Galeana. Opportunity for Diallo. Fantastic finish. The debutant opens his account in style. Stallion Laguna in front.
And as we said, in a game of fine margins, possession in the attacking third.
Landreth. Chance. That upper hand, and on top of that, they'll be making a real statement.
On YouTube or on Facebook, make some noise.
Touré, left-footed, bouncing around dangerously. And Landreth clear. And perhaps his... Oh, red card.
Of Stallion Laguna.
Looks like Stefan Schrock is going to be the one. We're not involved in the play. It's
in the first place.
Delivering the Nishioka, we'd think. Cisse. Nishioka. Nishioka gets it to Guy. Deflect. Ball will enter the box once more. Landreth gets a hand to it. Filonco sends it back in. Chance! Incredible block. Great shot. Chance para sa Manila Digger. With these aerial balls so far.
Still down 1-0 against Stallion Laguna.
And what a statement this would be. Opportunity for Watanabe. Unbelievable finish. A moment of magic from nothing.
And Watanabe out.
And that's it. What a game. Heartbreak for
quite some time in that second half. But late in the game, 90.
Yeah. Thanks so much, to Galilei. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Diggers, and next time ulit kung merong oras punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and all that things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana suportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu.
It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want for us to give them.
Via the women's team, and now they're looking. Look at the likes of Christian Schaffner there on the pitch.
When we see their starting 11, Landreth at the back.
Manila Digger. And it's not a very tall or physical. Bouncing around dangerously inside the box. Still alive, para sa Stallion. Looking for a push on Yeras, nothing given. Opportunity now for Digger! Off the post! Limbo gets the ball into the box. A lovely chance.
Digger, Limbo gets across inside the box, miscleared by Villarreal.
Yeras. Trying to return that pass. Opportunity, Stallion. Into the danger zone. Asong. Ooh. Turn from Schrock. Chance here. Diallo. Opportunity now for Macmillan. Stopped by Asong.
Clear-cut opportunity.
Kedman is already proving to be very much involved in today's game. Villarreal, not the best of clearances. Limbo's ball. And of Stallion Laguna would deal with the physical threat of Manila Digger, and so far they've done so very well. Awkward position for the goalkeeper. Bouncing around. Cisse, he's got support. Usman Guy from Manila Digger. What a save. Let's see, right there, that hit the head. But look at this. Into Guy. Touch was out of his feet. Oof. It's quite a coming through. Very well could decide this one. Galeana. Opportunity for Diallo. Fantastic finish. The debutant opens his account in style. Stallion Laguna in front.
Said in a game of fine margins. Session in the attacking third.
Landreth. chance. That upper hand, and on top of that, they'll be making a real statement.
On YouTube or on Facebook, make some noise.
Touré, left-footed, bouncing around dangerously. And Landreth clear. And perhaps his... Oh, red card.
Of Stallion Laguna.
Looks like Stefan Schrock is going to be the one. We're not involved in the play. It's
In the first place.
delivering the Nishioka. We'd think. Cisse. Nishioka. Nishioka gets it to Guy. Deflect. Ball will enter the box once more. Landreth gets a hand to it. Filonko sends it back in. Chance! Incredible block. Great shot. Chance para sa Manila Digger. With these aerial balls so far.
Still down 1-0 against Stallion Laguna.
And what a statement this would be. Opportunity for Watanabe. Unbelievable finish. A moment of magic from nothing.
And Watanabe out.
And that's it. What a game. Heartbreak for
quite some time in that second half. But late in the game, 90.
Yeah, thanks so much, to Galilee. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Diggers, and next time ulit. Kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and all that things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu. It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawa magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say is to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
We are still live at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. This is your Philippines Football League 2025-2026. And may pahabol tayo. This is the final round 2 game for this season. This is match number 103, and you are seeing Stallion Laguna taking on Manila Digger. Glenn Casas here bringing you the action. Right next to me, Mr. PFL Bible, Ed Lizaba. And we will be describing the action for you tonight. So far, so good with the campaign from Manila Diggers being the dominant side this season. They have really had a lot of movements. They've had a lot of great... well, let's just say that this was not the expected outcome there. Currently in second place, nakikita natin that they are just 1 point away from one Taguig. And this final game tonight, ito yung game at hand nila that they just need to make sure that it gets in the bag. What are your thoughts this evening?
Well, it's without a doubt Manila Digger, based on recent form, is far and away, I would say, the best team in the Philippines Football League. Don't let these standings fool you. Yes, they are a point behind one Taguig. They do have a game in hand. This is that game in hand. And speaking of one Taguig, Manila Digger absolutely beat them in their previous game, 3-0 convincingly, might I add. The league's best defense. They went up against the league's best defense in one Taguig, and they scored 3 goals against them. In fact, in their last 5 games, Manila Digger has scored 37 and conceded 0 goals. This is the kind of team that we're expected to see here today, and this is going to, and up against them tonight is Stallion Laguna. In terms of recent form, also a defensively solid team of their own, very compact, very disciplined. Here they are right now, as you can see on your screen. I think in their last 5 games, if I'm not wrong, Stallion Laguna has scored 18 goals of their own and conceded 6, a respectable return, considering that they have recently gone up against the top 6 teams of their own. Their last game also against one Taguig. This was last weekend where they managed to secure a point, a 1-1 draw, though they felt that they could have secured all 3 points there if some chances went their way, but such is the game of football. Everything is 50-50 in the end.
And you know, that particular game there were a lot of people who was not in the who was quite loud in the comment section right after that. But this is certainly a team, an important side as well. And you know, one of the things that I would like to point out right now is the Golden Boot race, because both of these teams right now have the number 1 and the number 2 in the Golden Boot race, and that is the player to watch for Stallion Laguna this evening. Hopefully, he may be able to get that right. But here, let's have a look at the lineup first. So Stallion Laguna has about 4 changes here. They say that they have a 4-4-2 formation, but from what I'm seeing and what we have seen in previous games, this is certainly not their main formation, as you could say. What do you think of this?
Well, Stallion Laguna on paper, they know how to play a 4-4-2, but in the end, they do revert back into a 4-3-3 on defense. Sometimes they revert into a 1-5-4 at times to add more solidity to the midfield and provide more support to the defense. I think that's exactly what they're going to try here tonight, coming up against the league's best offense in Manila Digger. They need to be composed. They need to be compact. They need to be defensively solid. And I think the players that they've picked here tonight to start are exactly what they need. Yusuf Butt in goal, Isagaku in the midfield, Finn McDaniel up in front with Usman Baji at the back. A very solid spine forming up here for Stallion Laguna. And speaking of Finn McDaniel, he is our player to watch here tonight. And as you said earlier, Glenn, the main story tonight is the battle for the Golden Boot. This man you're seeing right here on your screen is number 2 in the Golden Boot race. In his time in the Philippines Football League this season, Finn McDaniel has scored 22 goals of his own.
Correct. 22 goals. And he is currently the number 1 scorer for Stallion Laguna. And so far, whenever that he is up against a team that has a little some questionable defensive, he does step up to the plate, he does show up, and he does score goals. But let's talk about tactics here. We have Coach Ernie Nieras speaking for Stallion Laguna.
Good. A bit unlucky last week with the results, so hopefully we'll be able to improve this week with the results. But overall, we're happy with the performance of the players.
Well, if he is happy with the overall performance of the players, then that could be some good signs ahead for Stallion Laguna. Now, dako naman tayo sa kabilang side. Manila Digger has had a spectacular run, and so far this season, they have really shown up and have really shown that they're not just a good team domestically, but internationally, they do appear a bit sound as well. So far, this team has had a great run, currently running second, just 1 point behind the leaders, and has shown that their offensive prowess is just as effective as their defensive discipline as well. What can you say about this team?
Well, if you look back at the last season there, Glenn, Manila Digger was the best defensive team last season. This season, they're the best offensive team. So it's a balance of both. They've retained their defensive capabilities, if not improved on it, in terms of player quality this season. But by far and away, what they've improved upon is their attacking firepower. They have scored goals against everybody and anybody. In their last game, like I mentioned, 3 goals against Wantigig. Before that, 4 goals against Cebu. In Cebu, which is scoring a goal against Cebu in Cebu is already a difficult task, but to score 4 against them, that's a testament to your quality. And before that, a 6-goal demolition of Maharlika FC. And what we're seeing here in the starting lineup, typically your usual suspects, Omar NG in goal, alongside the ever-reliable Jordan Jarvis, Asanbaji as the 6, alongside their captain Modu Mane, one of the best playmakers in the Philippines Football League. And of course, who can forget Kenji Nishioka and his partner in crime, Pa Usman Guy. Glenn, what do you have to say about this man?
Speaking of that man, he will be our player to watch for Manila Digger. Pa Usman Guy, 26 goals in 17 appearances, and quite that spectacular number. Like you said, he is currently the go-to guy. And go-to guy. So he is the go-to guy when it comes to scoring the goals, when it comes to finding the space, and he is really aggressive in that push up front. So you think that he would be one of those that you can rely on in a big game like this?
The amazing thing about Usman Guy, if you recall earlier in the season, he wasn't even their main striker. He was a midfielder that early on in the season. And perhaps that's the experience he learned as a midfielder alongside the experience he has now as a forward. He can be deployed as a false 9, as a 10, or as an out-and-out number 9. He's so versatile and so deadly up front. But the one thing that is consistent about him is his clinical finishing, and that is why he has 26 goals to his name this season and is by far the most dangerous forward in the Philippines Football League. For more comments on the team as a whole, let's throw it to the coaching staff for Manila Digger.
Okay, everyone. Today for us is a very important match because it's the last match of the second round. Yes, our opponent is a very good team. In the recently 3 seasons, we didn't get some advantage from them. For us, we respect our opponent. But we already prepared very well. Every player from mentality and the body, they recover very well. And we prepare very fully. So I think this match we will try our best to play a very well match and to get the best result for this match. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you.
Well, no doubt, hindi nila pwedeng mag-second guess ang kanilang players today because while they are in a very commanding position, remember, that game at hand can only become 3 points if they treat it seriously. And we've been here before. We've seen that Stallion Laguna has that potential, especially on their best day, to rue upsets or ruin wins, split the points. And the physicality coming from Stallion Laguna could be something that of a surprise to Manila Digger. But again, the league is in Manila Digger's hands. They have to bring their A game here and not underestimate the opponent that's in front of them if they want to get that. So far, we are just moments away from kickoff here. And nagkakaroon nga ng konting excitement dito because while for Stallion, this game might not have any bearing for them, the entire weight of it rests on Manila Digger. What do you say?
Well, like you said, Glenn, Manila Digger cannot afford any slip-ups here. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It doesn't matter if it's 1-Gig or if it's Stallion. They have to take their opponent that's in front of them and take them at their best. Because if they do, they enter the championship round as a clear favorite, #1 in the Philippines Football League. Let's see if they can deliver on that promise here today.
Well, delivery of that promise might be here for us now because we are just moments away. We now take you to the field for the match proceedings.
What we've all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of STALLION Laguna FC and Manila Digger FC.
Have it.
There we go. This is Stallion Laguna's starting lineup once again. A 4-4-2. Name of the game for Stallion is to try to beat Manila Digger in the wide areas, trying to stretch that defense and find opportunities in the middle. Taking a look at the player selections for today, Zamaranyo Hoatam, Patrick Ling coming into the starting lineup, supporting Abraham Placito, Aaron Vasquez, Finn McDaniel, and Juan Galliano Trujillo.
And on the other side, we have the Manila Digger squad with a very minimally changed team. But on your screen right now is our match officials. That would be Chris Mark Nanyola, assisted by Reli Balila, assisted also by Ronelo Gestigan. Fourth official, Jesus Abogado. This is gonna be one of those matches where it has a lot of weight for just one team. But again, that doesn't mean the other doesn't have to show their best foot forward. And we know that if there's somebody who loves to spoil the party of winning teams, Stallion Laguna has historically been that team. So they should watch out. Manila Digger on your screen right now. Talk us through.
Manila Digger employing their patented 4-3-3 system designed by Coach Kim Versales and Coach Baslu together. Again, your usual suspects for Manila Digger, Omar Enji, the by far #1 goalkeeper in the team, alongside Jordan Jarvis and Modo Juf in defense. You also have Charles Davao and Justin Bass starting today with Ziggy Taningo, and Modo Mane, the captain, holding down the midfield. In front of him, Kenji Nishioka and Usman Guy, two players to watch who were so deadly in their previous game against 1-Gig. And of course, take a look at these substitutes. Both teams are spoiled for choices. Any one of them can be game changers in what is appearing to be a match for the history books.
Well, this is certainly the final match of round 2. This has been a long time coming. This has been delayed, and now we are here to finally complete the books and get the championship rounds going. But before that, Manila Diggers has to get over this opponent in front of them in Stallion Laguna. So far, both teams have had something to show for this season, but it has always been a very competitive league, this one. So you can never tell exactly how it would end. And that's exactly what we're hoping for this evening, that while we know Manila Digger has the quality, has the momentum, has the advantage, has the players, Stallion Laguna hopefully could have something to bring here and maybe give a little spoil, keep things interesting, get things happening. We are almost at kickoff here, and looks like the referee has already blown, and we have been kicked off by Stallion Laguna. Finn McDaniel doing it for us in the purple kits, and up playing from right to left. Going the opposite direction is Manila Digger in their reds and whites. Stallion here with Placito just looking for that early pass. Looks fine for that kind of pass, but it was well read and taken away by Juve.
And if you recall, Glenn, earlier in the season, the first time these two played each other, it was a 1-all draw. Stallion looked like they were going to run away with that win until a debuting Yuga Watanabe spoiled any chances of that happening by firing a rocket from the right-hand side of the box. Could something similar happen tonight?
Well, we have a corner situation here for Stallion, and that could put something in the box here. Well read by the defense, but it is not properly handled. Stallion has another chance. Delivery inside. Header, but straight into the hands of the keeper. Well done there by NG.
And that's the kind of threat that Manila Digger has to deal with here tonight. The second top scorer in the league in Finn McDaniel. And how about Modo Mane with a burst of pace entering the wide areas? Aaron Vasquez lucky to get that one out of the way.
And again, one of their particular habits here na hindi na natin nakikita masyado. Well, we used to see it so many times in the olden days, but the long ball situation has certainly no longer become a staple, but looks like they are bringing it back with those long passes there. Manila Digger now trying to add some pressure on that right side. Ball goes out, and looks like they are still arguing there if it would be a goal kick. Last touch, apparently, would be your player number 5, Baji.
Usman Baji in disbelief there. Let's see the replay. Good seal out on the ball, but Baji felt like his heel was clipped by Yuga Watanabe. In disbelief that no foul was called, but perhaps the referee did not have a clear view of that. And as it stands, we have a corner from Modo Mane.
Mane has been one of those really accurate passers in this game, so this could spell trouble for the team that's defending. Signals up. Low and nice. Well blocked, and still pressure continues to add. Another corner.
2 controversial calls already. We're barely 3 minutes in. Manila Digger attackers claiming handball by the Stallion defense. But again, the referee not seeing anything. Another corner.
High this time from Mane. It's headed away by Placito. And now they are looking to get away with that ball. They might have some room, some space. He's trying to wait for the... Trueno did the best pass possible there. They could be in. Delivery inside. And well guarded, but that was how lethal Stallion Laguna can be when they are on a quick counter.
You saw how Stallion wanted to play there, exploiting the wings. They have pacey wingers in Hoatam and Trujillo out there at their disposal. They nearly made Manila Digger pay there. Good job on the defense for sealing out on a trailing attacker, denying the final touch to secure the goal. Again, a testament to their well-organized defense.
And we were asking questions earlier, the interesting pick of putting Hoatam in that position. Looks like they are seriously looking into just the quick transitions, because they know Manila Digger is going to come at them with a lot of pace, with a lot of numbers. Wow, that was a 50-50 challenge there, and the ball goes out. But there's also a lot of contact there, plenty of weight behind it. Both players are down. Watanabe and Baji.
Usman Baji shouting in pain. That was a hard challenge. Usman Baji intercepted that ball with everything he had. Perhaps he made contact with Watanabe himself. Let's see the replay here. There it is.
Ooh.
Ooh. You can see the thigh clipping Watanabe's knee and going at full speed as well. There it is. And Watanabe receiving an elbow from Baji.
Wow. And I think that was really just momentum of both players making a full sprint because they know they still have a chance to get that ball. Really a 50-50 contest here. So I think the referee not calling a foul on that is a good one, but it's definitely unfortunate.
Oh, this is not a good sight to see for Stallion Laguna. Your best defender being wheeled off on a stretcher. But like you said, Glenn, it was a good call by the referee. There was no foul. It was all ball. But the momentum carried by both players just caused them to crash into each other. But only one of them got up from that, and that was Yuga Watanabe. Usman Baje taking the brunt of it on his thigh.
And again, he has been one of those really quick defenders. They have been focusing on that side for the first 5 minutes. So I think this could put them at a disadvantage, especially if Usman Baji wouldn't be going back up.
You have to wonder what's going through the mind of goalkeeper Yusuf Butt here. One of your best defenders, Usman Baji, just got taken out right in front of you. Of course, it falls onto you to have faith in your teammates, but what a loss this is for Stallion Laguna. If Baji is unable to continue, of course.
Well, from the looks of it here, they are still having a lot of discussions here, and Baji might be back up on his feet. That stretcher might not be needed for now. Well, that's really good to see from the player to just soldier on, but of course, we know that if you came out of that, you're not going to be coming out of it unscathed.
They might have to consider swapping Baji out here just to preserve him for the upcoming championship rounds.
Well, he is sidelined temporarily there, and Stallion is playing with one man less. Looks like he will be returning, but the referee will just have to give him a break for a few seconds there. And now Manila Digger is just rolling with the ball here, hoping to take advantage of the one-man deficit for Stallion Laguna. Moving that ball through the right through Jarvis. Hoatham is on him. Really good, just blocking the passageways.
And Usman Baji making his way back to the defensive line. Good to still see him on his feet. It did look like a hard contact, but not enough to take him out.
Well, looks like Manila Digger will have to defend this one out for Stallion Laguna. They are really close. And again, they are in a dangerous spot here. Almost getting it through the box. You just needed that final pass. Ooh, something is happening here. Referee is approaching the bench for Stallion.
Referee Chris Mark Nanyola having some words with Stallion's coach Neil. Perhaps it would be because of some words that were said. I'm not quite sure. But a stern warning from the referee nonetheless.
It's too early in the game, but you know the heart that Stallion Laguna has when it comes to being competitive. They will fight for every inch, and just right there, the ball has gone out. It will be a throw for Manila Digger. Bit of a tussle down at midfield. No clear winner there, cleared, but looks like Stallion Laguna could be in a good position. McDaniel lays it off to his teammate. Still unable to find a path. Ling, another one of those introductions to this. Looking for that space. Can't find it. Great pass to release their striker there. Usman Guy. And a great tackle there coming from Baji. Ooh!
Another hard collision involving Usman Baji. This man is a tank. You cannot take him out. But you have to wonder, Glenn, can he take much more of those? We have to see the replay to find out what happened. There's Usman Baji chasing after the ball. Taninko tries to intercept.
Oh.
An elbow, perhaps, was stuck out. Taninko soldiering on, but could raise some questions about a possible foul. Then again, it was all ball.
The referee is not interested in looking into it no further. Game has continued. Mane being hounded down. And this is really being contested in every space you see. Stallion Laguna is not going to sit this one idly, despite no longer seeing any difference in winning this game or not. It'll still add to the points. Remember, the points that they will have at the end of round 2 carries over into the championship round, and hindi magsasayang si Stallion with the 3 points that he sees right now.
And you just recall what you saw earlier, Glenn. How often do you see Usman Guy being hounded down in the Philippines Football League? Usman Baji just shut him down single-handedly. That's the kind of man you're going up here tonight. Usman Guy, the challenge is right in front of you. What can you do about it, sir?
Right now, Manila Digger is being asked that very question right now. They are already wondering where their attacks could come from. Now on the left side, they are going to ask some questions. That's a beautiful pass right there. They just need the delivery. Right then and there, Usman Baji with the block.
That's why you cannot afford to lose. Usman Baji already 2 key interceptions against Usman Guy nonetheless.
And looks like this is not going to be the walkover that Manila Digger is looking for this evening. Let's have a look at that replay.
There's Charles Davao. He had a perfect idea. Guy was wide open, but Usman Baji shutting that chance in his face. This is going to be an exciting battle. Isagaku versus Modo Mane. Usman Baji versus Usman Guy. The battle of the Usmans.
That's a very good call right there. And this is turning out to be a spectacular game. But can both players keep this up this evening? Kakasimula pa lang, they still have full tanks now. That's Usman Baji on the ball, opting to go through the keeper.
It's a battle of attrition. Football, at the end of the day, will always be a battle of attrition. It's going to be down to who wants it more. Does Manila Digger want the 3 points to take a very clear lead as the #1 team in the Philippines Football League heading into the championship rounds?
That question will be answered by the end of this match. Mane there just hounding down Macmillan, and they get that ball in a dangerous spot. They could be in with something special here. Shot, and easily read by Yusuf Butt.
Kenji Nishioka, he is a danger from that side of the box. Remember, in that last game against Wantigig, Kenji Nishioka was the man in the heart of it all, scoring a brace against the league's best defense. Do not sleep on Kenji Nishioka. He will absolutely demolish you down the wings.
And he has proven that time and again if you don't mark him properly there. And that's, I think, one of the things that they've had. If they have a lot of people on Usman Guy, then that could open up a chance for Nishioka. But again, they don't need much people in front of Usman right now because Usman Baji is the assigned man.
Usman Baji, not only can he match Usman Guy for pace, he matches him in physicality and aerial prowess as well. Might I say that he might be physically stronger than Usman Guy?
Well, that's a good analogy there because thinking of the size comparison between the two, he is the stockier defender here, the stockier player. Definitely some power behind it as well. At hindi yan magpapauli when it comes to just shoulder to shoulders and whatnot. You can best believe that he's going to be there. Stallion now working it out. Placito on that right side. Crosses it into the box. Well cleared there. Still trouble for Manila Digger. Can they play it out? Looks like they might have. They are down midfield looking for that pass to Usman Guy, who gets that ball. But of course, Usman Baji right on his coattails. Still, the ball is falling into the favor of Manila Digger. They are gradually building this attack, shifting the play to the right side now. Cross, Daninko, but nobody there to receive it. They just need to clear it. Great hands there. Yusuf Butt just ready to pounce on it.
Now, as much as this is a game between great offense and great defense, how about the battle of the goalkeepers? Yusuf Butt against Omar Enji, 2 of the Philippines Football League's premier goalkeeping talents going head-to-head, looking to see who's going to be the one to save his team the most points or to save his team in goal.
That will also be another question here because, again, the question of the defenses is up in question here. They have a ball up front in the left side. Manila Digger Shioka just finding a teammate there, being hounded by two. Goes to the middle. Mani now on the ball at the edge. Finds a player on that right. Can he find that cross? Watanabe goes above everybody, and it's been headed away by the defense as far as Placito it goes, but he was dispossessed right in front.
Finn McDaniel trying to go after that ball side by side with Jordan Jarvis, the former teammates going at it. It's out on Jordan Jarvis. Finn McDaniel wins his team possession in a valuable and dangerous area of the pitch.
And again, Daniel has been one of those that, you know, has some speed in him, but of course, it's not just all about speed this evening. You need to be able to get that ball through the defensive lines. Right now, there will be a throw, and in it is Vasquez.
And before Finn made that run for the ball, did you just see how he was double teamed by Modo Juf and Jordan Jarvis? They are not letting that man breathe.
Again, he is the second place in the Golden Boot race, so they know that if you give him enough space, there would be some trouble. Quick throw from Placito. Yes, he does. Into the box it goes. Still unable to control. Stallion Laguna just looking to get that possession in a more convincing manner. Ball goes out over the touchline.
It's been 200 miles an hour from kickoff here tonight. This is exactly what you're expecting to see from two teams who are expected to be in the championship round. Hungry for success, trying to get as much points as possible to help their championship round campaigns.
And to think that this is not even the championship round campaigns yet, and Stallion Laguna is there, just keeping up with the number twos in the league right now. They are moving through that right side, looking for some space, dispossessed by two players, and now they want to try to get it through Mane, but again, Mane couldn't find a way through. Great tackle there from Gaku. They're moving it forward. Unable to do so, only as far as Vasquez, who plays it back to that left side. Nice interception by Taninco. But again, they are just hounded by the number of purple shirts there. Manila Digger now just looking for the avenue to pass. Mane now on the left, looking for support. Off to his teammate Shioka there, looking for somebody to find that pass. No, looks like the left side has been closed. They have to try again.
And what has interested me about the Stallion defense so far is that they have negated Modo Mane from seeing much of the ball. They know that, oh, what a nutmeg that is. Here comes Manila Digger.
Taninco now, he just needs to have the perfect pass. But that pass was well blocked again by Usman Baji.
Here comes Mane! But as I was saying earlier, before we were cut off by all that action, Modo Mane has not seen much of the ball so far. Stallion knows he is their top playmaker. If you can cut him off, you can cut the rest of the team off. Maybe that's the strategy in the midfield battle.
That was a poor touch from Watanabe, losing that ball cheaply there. And now they could be away, Stallion Laguna. McDaniel on the left, looking for that space, looking for support, passes it through the middle. Intercepted, but not convincing enough. They still have it through Placito. And now they keep playing on that left again. McDaniel looking for that cross. Nobody there, and that one was a bit overtouched there.
He had the right idea. He thought Trujillo would be further out wide, not knowing he went slightly closer to the middle, but it was a good idea nonetheless.
Well, we have Manila Digger just looking for that space. They want to exploit that right side now, and they found Watanabe. Watanabe waiting for Taninco, goes to Mane instead, and Mane tries to curve one in, but it just went wide. They have really not given him the space he wanted.
If you can make Modo Mane uncomfortable, you can cut off his passing range from the rest of his team. That's the most dangerous thing about Mane. He can find his guys from anywhere on the pitch, and he will deliver a picture-perfect ball to any of them. If you can make him uncomfortable, you can deny any chances of that happening. As it appears that Yusuf Butt has pulled a leg, or his calves, I think, or a thigh. He looks quite uncomfortable out there and needs some time to recover.
That is certainly not a view you would want to see, especially if you are a Stallion Laguna fan who have seen your team just taking the fight over to the team who looks to be in the ascendancy this evening, and it is now in question with Yusuf, but just unable to stand up now. Oh, he is calling for a substitution.
He's calling for a substitution. And if you thought losing Usman Baji was bad, losing Yusuf Butt could be even worse.
Perhaps this replay could enlighten us on what had happened there. That was great movement from Nishioka there.
How about that turn by Justin Bass on Usman Baji, nearly beating him there. Taninko had the idea for the cross, but Baji recovers just in time. The athleticism of this man, second to none.
I think he is currently, if we were to talk about all of the defenders in the field this evening, he is the one that's shining when it comes to defending, because Manila Digger has not really given them a lot of chance to recuperate, and yet Usman Baji able to step up to the plate for this.
And if Usman Baji can keep up this level of performance, this would be just another notch on his record. If you can recall, he has shut out one Taguig, he has shut out Cebu, he has shut out Kaya this season, prevented them from taking control of the game. He's looking to do that now again against the against the league's premier offensive team in Manila Digger.
Perhaps that could mean something for the team, especially going into the championship round. Galeana trying to look for that pass, hounded by two and dispossessed eventually, but the ball is stuck in midfield and Stallion Laguna has it back. Finn McDaniel looking for that pass to Hoatham, and will he find him? Yes, he finds Hoatham, but Hoatham needs someone to put that ball to. Tries to go for him lonesome, and it's bounced, and oh, that was so close. It almost bounced in his favor.
The collective gasp of everybody in the grandstand nearly tore the roof down. What a move by Zamaranyo Hoatham. He nearly scored a banger there from an impossible angle, but unfortunately the post had something to say about that. But he will look to try that again. That could have been goal of the year if it went in.
Well, that was from an unexpected angle right there, and looks like they have gotten themselves a foul, a free kick in a very precarious space. Have a look at the replay.
What a pass that was, finding Hoatham in his favorite left wing. He is dangerous in that position. Dances through Ziggy Taninko, nearly chips it off the bar, but Omar Ng staying ready. That ball wasn't going to go in anyway, but that bar was in the way.
Wow, and, and so far, the first almost and closest goal of this evening would be that attempt right there from Zamorano Hoatham. And so far, they are giving Manila Digger quite a scare here. Now a free kick in a good spot. Looks like I thought that the free kick was going to be given a bit closer here, but looks like we were wrong. And now Finn McDaniel will look for a pass here.
Finn McDaniel, he has scored from this range before, but look at the options he has on the box. Usman Baji, Isagaku, tall receivers. But what's he going to do here?
Ooh, goes for himself. That was really close.
He had a rocket of a foot there, but unfortunately just a bit too strong. The ball sailed over the bar, but I have no doubt in my mind he's going to try it from that angle again.
Looks like Manila Digger wants to get this done and dusted as quickly as they can. Long pass to Usman Guy, who manages to control it, but they are still stuck in midfield. Manila Digger opts to go back. The avenue to go forward has been closed. All the way back to their keeper, Omar Ng, who almost conceded tonight by just staring at that ball. The Digger now opting to invite some pressure, want to get players out of position, and Hoatham and McDaniel answering to that invitation. Well done, that pass. They managed to get through midfield, and they might not have a lot of resistance going into the final attacking third. Pa Usman Guy looking for that final pass. Great job to get through that left side of the wing. Now they just need to do something with it. And again, Omar Ng getting in the way of whatever they had in mind.
So Usman Baji just, again, solo marking Usman Guy, which is not an easy task in the first place. Remember, the likes of Stephen Halm, Reynald Villarreal, Toyota from Kaya, all struggled to contain this man, but Usman Baji making it look like cakewalk so far.
And again, this has been one of those games that we never thought would be like as exciting as this. And right now, Stallion Laguna has the opportunity to keep that ball going towards the other goal and hopefully end up with a result that they wanted. And looks like it will be Yusuf Butt who would be taking this free kick.
You just consider the quality strikers that Usman Baji has had to face this season. Julius Mirbach, Kaito Asano, and Fahmi Ibrahim. The amount of players he has clamped up this season. Usman Guy looking to be the next victim on that list. But speaking of Guy, he is free down the left wing.
That is a lot of space, but not a lot of space enough. Lays it off to Mane, and back to Guy. And Guy was waiting for that pass, but he was just not close enough.
I think Modo Mane was going for a shot that time, but it just dragged it wide. Usman Guy tried to go for it. He did not expect the ball to be hitting that way, but let's see the replay. Guy, acres of space. Baji marking him, pressured perhaps. Finds a running Mane. That should have been perfect. He was going for the shot, but he hit it with the side of his foot, and Guy couldn't get there in time.
Poor timing. Unfortunate that was, but that was a golden ball, and that was certainly one of the passes that you would love to see in front of you. But now Manila Digger has a little glimmer of hope to move their ball forward up until they've been thwarted by Stallion Laguna. Laguna now just moving back into the other side, looking for the numbers here. They might have some people to do something here. Left side, Hoatham looking for another player to pass it through. Will he try to do the same move again? Oh, and that was a really close header, but it was defended well, and they need to get it out as quickly as they can, Manila Digger.
And that was stopped by yet another member of the league's premier center backs, Modo Juf. Not getting as much credit as the others, but make no mistake, he is a stalwart at the back.
Ooh, a little physicality there. That's what I'm talking about now. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge from Usman Guy to get Usman Baji off the ball, and now they are still back on it. Stallion Laguna now trying to build up, but again, it has been repossessed by Manila Digger.
How about that play by Asan Baji, sending Finn McDaniel to the cleaners. Watanabe!
Ooh, and it's close! And well done by Yusuf Butt, but it's still not over yet. Manila Digger has it, and Mane on the ball, being hounded by Placito. Leaves the space open. There could be another one here. Passes wide, looking for someone to get it through. Baji. Now back to Jarvis. They have reset again, and the momentum fizzles out, but they still have the possession with them. Manila Digger.
I tell you what, Glenn, the crowd has been on the edge of their seats. We haven't been allowed to breathe even. The action has been so intense. 200 miles an hour, big fight feel. This is exactly the kind of games that you live to call.
Well, if they are saying that this is going to be the last game, I am happy that we are calling this as the last game of the round 2, because this will certainly live up to its billing this evening.
Let's take a look at the replay here. What a chance this was by Watanabe. A deflection of Vasquez, but Guy nearly pokes it in, but Yusuf Butt staying ready. That is why he is Pakistan's #1 goalkeeper with moments like that.
Again, the pride there, just letting himself loose. The ball was easily taken from him in that really critical spot. This guy could have done some damage there. Now it looks like they will have to start again. Stallion Laguna misses that cue, and Usman Guy almost had some space there, but he was offside.
Just ran off the shoulder of Ken Pride there, unfortunately. But if Guy just stayed a bit onside, he had the pace to exploit that space. I tell you what, Glenn, the battle of the Usmans has yet to disappoint. You are getting very, very good value for this action.
I mean, just watching both of those players hash it out, they are certainly getting this game up there with one of the best for this season.
Because if you take a look at the context of the Philippines Football League, how many defenders can you say have single-handedly shut down Usman Guy so far?
Not very many in that regard, especially with his scoring prowess this season. And again, you're asking the right questions there, because Usman Guy has already been up against really quality defenses there, and he's been able to dismantle them, been able to get involved in critical attacks. And now they have a corner here, Stallion Laguna, just adding up that pressure to hopefully find that chink in the armor of, like you said, one of the premier defensive teams and offensive teams, one of the best balanced teams right now this season. Here comes the delivery, looking for someone to get it through. Pride gets it back in, shot, headed away, and it's still not over. Ooh, and the referee has called a halt to that play.
You're just going back to Guy's goal-scoring record. You don't score 26 goals in a season unless you've faced the very best defenders that the league has to offer. You remember Goktuk Demiroku, Stephen Hom, Reynald Villarreal, Tayo Toyota, Pathy Malumansoko, Mike Menzi, and you've scored against all of them. Now can you do it against Usman Baji, by far the most physically imposing defender in the league?
They are certainly looking to try. That pass was meant for Mane, but it just goes away. They are able to recover and looking to add some of that pressure on that left side. They go. No can do. Looks like that route has been shut out for them. Moving over, and another reset for Manila Digger.
Finn McDaniel calling for his team to move up the pitch. He hasn't seen much of the ball himself. A testament to how well Manila Digger's defense has planned for him.
Mane now could be into something here. Passes it over to Tanico. Tanico just needs to put it inside the box. Lays it off. Poor option there.
But you can't let Tanico run free like that. He has a very good passing range.
Ooh.
Nearly caught our jaws down there. What a shot that was by Charles Dabao, the last guy you'd think about taking that kind of shot. Making the most out of his space down in the left back. He has moved up the pitch a lot. He has faith in his center backs to hold up the defensive end, so he has a license to move up further up the pitch.
Yeah, the opposite flank there, pairing up with Danico on the other side. He is certainly doing that magic that he has, that he's been doing ever since he was even from in Cebu. And now Manila Digger will have to defend. Placito lays it off, finds that man in space. Right side they go. Stallion Laguna looking for options. Unable to do so right now. Shifting. Hoatham! Whoa! Where did that come from?
Zamorano Hoatham take a bow. What a goal that was, just completely catching Manila Digger off guard. They did not see that coming. Outside of the box, right foot rocket. Where did that come from, Glenn?
I have no clue. We were just looking and it does seem like he was gonna pass it on to somebody, and that somebody never came. He had to do it himself. Oh, damn. Accurate, strong, and really unbothered. Let's look at the replay here.
Let's find the replay there. Isagaku finds Zamorano Hoatham at the top of the key, and he fires it perfectly. A right foot curler. Nothing NG could do but watch as the ball sails into his net. You cannot hit the ball more perfectly than that. The quad cam replay says so, and you can see it with your own eyes. Zamorano Hoatham, he's done it in Cebu before. He only scores bangers, and he's done it yet again for Stallion Laguna.
Well, the defenders might have been too focused on Finn McDaniel this evening that they have really allowed Hoatham. This is the second worldly attempt that he almost had with the first one. It could have been a brace for him, but this one, he made no mistake about it. Finds the back of the net so cleanly. And again, the defender, the closest one, Asan Baji, couldn't even get that close enough to bother him. And now they are leading 1 goal.
But Glenn, look at the scoreboard, 1-0 to Stallion. This is the first time in 5 games, or even longer than 5 games, that Manila Digger is losing a game. What can they do from this position? The last time that we saw them in a losing position was against Viariang of Cambodia in the Challenge League semifinals. Look at the replay there. Usman Baji just falling on his teammate Aaron Vasquez. Nearly taking him out, but thankfully both of them were able to walk away from that encounter.
Purple on purple situation there, and they are still in the driving seat now. They just need to get this down. They just need to calm themselves. And right now, looks like it is crunch time for Manila Digger. Again, as the team who appears to be in the ascendancy, they are the ones trailing this evening. And boy, if you are watching this live, then this must be a very, very good trip for you. Sulit ang biyahe mo ngayong gabi if you are here with us at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
If you recall, Glenn, the last time Manila Digger was losing a game in the Philippines Football League was against none other than Stallion Laguna back in September 14 of 2025. That was the goal where Yuga Watanabe introduced himself to the league by scoring a right-sided banger to save the game at the last minute. That was the last time that they were losing a game here. And it's the same team again now. Free kick opportunity. Kenji Nishioka.
Could Manila Diggers kryptonite be in the team from the south? This is a good question indeed. And so far, it might not be what you would call a traditional rivalry, but if every time they meet it would be like this, then it might definitely grow into something. Hopefully, they keep doing the same. But yes, Nishioka over this free kick now, and looks like he's going solo here. Could be a pass, could be a shot. He is still in range.
Well, if you remember, Glenn, every team has a bogey team. Liverpool has Crystal Palace. Perhaps Manila Diggers is Stallion Laguna.
Well, there's the delivery. Nishioka can't find anyone, but it could be an equalizer. Oh, what? That would have been a worldie there.
He tried to go for it. The goal of this man tried to go for a bicycle kick with a goal that was like a foot away.
Well, he might not have been in the best position to take it the traditional way. Let's have a look at nabitin tayo ng konti doon.
There it is. No, that's the replay. Here's a sailing ball. Stallion defenders couldn't get to it. Basa the clear shot, and Guy, well, it was a good shot. He's physically capable of doing that. But again, he just skied it over the bar. What a wasted chance. Yusuf Butt couldn't get to that.
Well, I think if he opted for a header, mauunahan siya. Yusuf Butt was already laser focused on that ball, so that could have been punched easily, and he had to take it as early as he can. And I think bicycle kick was the best option there. But execution was only 70% good. The rest made it miss. Now there is some light shining from Manila Digger, looking to get back into this game and equalize, and Stallion Laguna has their work cut out for them in defending this momentum.
I think the best part of that bicycle kick, Glenn, was that when Guy attempted it, every single person here in the grandstand just had their hands on their head, including us. And folks, if you were here too, you would be doing the same. I think you're doing it at home right now. That was an insane attempt.
Insane it is, and looks like Stallion Laguna could be cooking up something here, but up until it fizzled out, looks like Stallion Laguna will have to try again later. It has been called by a referee. A card has been brandished.
It appears to be against Nico McMillan, though for what offense, we're going to have to find out if we can get a replay on the incident. But maybe a bit of shoving here and there. It is a pretty physical match. I wouldn't be surprised.
And that is a flavor. Every time that I call a game for Stallion Laguna, I always brand them as a very physical team. And this is no different for this evening. But so far, the physicality has been stepped up to by Manila Digger, who is also equally just as physical as them. And now the battle for attrition will start seeping in later if they can keep this high level of momentum going. Free kick taken, going low, shuffling with the goalkeeper there. Gee, with the long pass, it could land with Usman Guy, but no! Usman Baji with the other idea to get it the other way.
I tell you what, Usman Guy, he's really trying to unleash himself. The ball ends up in the crowd. Congratulations to the lucky audience member who caught the ball with their head, by the way. But yes, Usman Baji has got Usman's Guy number on speed dial. He knows exactly where that man is, and he's been marking him all night.
Well, if the night ends up like this, then we might find Usman Guy in the most unexpected of places, which would be in Usman Baji's pocket, which we hope he could climb out of. They are in a tussle here, and still trying to look for that position. Ooh, unable to make that turn and pass.
Now here comes a dangerous situation. Modomani on the corner. Is he going to take it quick? Is he going to take it short? Or is he going to sail it over the defense?
Well, we've seen him taking it, and it looks like no one is coming close to him there. Boss is over at the goal there. Takes it high, needs a head. No one there, cleared, but only as far as Nishioka, who restarts it again, gets it back to Mane on that right side. Mane now looking for someone to tap it, and an equalizer!
Game on, ladies and gentlemen. It's an equalizer here. None other than Usman Guy, who scores his 27th goal of the season. The go-to guy is at it yet again. Usman Baji nowhere near to stop him that time.
Well, look who finally managed to climb out of the pocket there. Usman Guy just showing us commentators that no, he is not going to take this lying down. Let's have a look at the replay here.
Look at that ball by Kenji Nishioka finding Modo Mane. The big mistake here was letting Mane open. He finds a sailing ball to Usman Guy in the middle of the park. Look at that ball again, but from a much clearer angle. A nice touch by Mane. Fires the ball with his left foot. And there's Guy, who sticks a toe out. He scored so many goals like that. Pride had him on lockdown. What does Guy do? He sticks his right foot out. He is so lanky, he can just stick a foot out through any gap, and he's going to toke that ball into the goal.
And again, when Kenneth Pride is matched up with Usman Guy, that's where they find the chink in that armor. Looks like as long as they can get away from Usman Baji, Guy has a decent chance of scoring here, and that one is not going to count with one of those decent attempts.
Ladies and gentlemen, what can we say here? It's game on. It's 1-1. This is exactly what you are expecting from a battle in the top 6. Nothing but the highest quality. Game on. And here comes some physical play. Asan Baji tries to dispatch.
And Guy might have it.
I can barely catch my breath with all the stuff that's going on in the pitch. I'm sure the crowd can't either.
Well, we are finding it hard to find the words in a timely manner to describe the action.
Here they go again. Here comes
Digger again. Over. It looks like on that left side, they just need to find the go-to guy. No, he tries to go for it himself, and it is well read easily by Yusuf. But
honestly, again, can you even collect your thoughts with what's going on here? Look at this. Asan Baji, pesky play, dispossessing Isagaku. Guy had a fantastic chance, but Yusuf Butt just says no and stands his ground. And here comes Stallion Laguna while the replay is still going on. Trujillo with a shot, and it goes out. It sails past Omar Enji. Even on the replay, stuff's going on. They're not letting us breathe with this.
It's like so far, both teams have shifted to a third gear simultaneously, and right now we are benefiting from it. Manila Digger trying to play it, but they are under pressure here. McDaniel giving chase. Goes to Taninko on the right. Howatham nailing that, making it difficult. They try to find Mane, but the ball just goes out.
And I think that should be the plan defensively for Stallion Laguna. Put Gaku right on Mane. Give him a man mark assignment to stop Mane from controlling that midfield. Maybe not that rough. You might want to calm down there.
Well, Gaku certainly had his hands there, and Mane was not happy.
Well, you said it best earlier, Glenn. Stallion has a knack of being overtly physical at times. This is just another one of that. Look at that, a chokehold. Tries to put Mane in a sleeper. Now he tries to trip him over twice.
Well, looks like they really want to get this done and physical, but looks like there's an opportunity with Watanabe on the right. They just need a good pass down the middle. They found it! Oh, but they couldn't find the back of the net.
The most dangerous man in their last game against Wontegig, Kenji Nishioka, he's been quiet this first half, trying to make his appearance or presence felt in that chance. Sailed wide. Maybe McMillan got a stop to it. No, it's a goal kick. But still, you can't fall asleep on defense when you're playing Manila Digger. They will make you pay, and they already have.
And that was quite uncharacteristic of Nishioka. He wasn't as heavily marked as Pa Usman Guy, and you'd normally think he was going to find the back of the net with that kind of open opportunity. But looks like they are now taking it up a notch, and they want that 3 points bad, but looks like so does Stallion Laguna.
And this is the benefit of playing a team with pace, choosing a team with pace. Stallion has the right combination of players out there. You have guys like Aaron Vasquez, Nico McMillan, Isagaku, Patrick Ling, Howatham, Trujillo. They can make use of their pace down the wings in the middle of the park to connect with each other and carry the ball in transition. They've already done it. They got the ball to Howatham, who scored that wonder goal earlier in the game. Can they do it again?
Well, both of those goals came out of nowhere here, but again, they are really pushing for it. Hoatham trying to get that ball for his team, goes out. Little contact there with Watanabe. Still, a contest it is. Throw in now. Vasquez with the ball.
We are entering the closing minutes of the first half. It has been nothing but action-packed here so far. The fans at the Rizal Memorial Stadium getting their money's worth, that is for sure.
Well, they are certainly being given a treat of treats, especially because this is the last game of round number 2. This has been living up to what it's being called now. Stallion Laguna wants to look for it. Aaron Vasquez has it, being hounded by 3. Tries to get that cross. Mane says no way. Vasquez still has it and finds a teammate to pass it through.
Vasquez just had to dance through Mane, Taninko, and Nishioka all at once. Still managed to find the ball to Gaku, and still managing to hold on to possession. But how about Moto Mane? Talk about a pure box-to-box midfielder. Not only is he good at making plays on offense, he can track back and shut things down when he needs to. How about that ball to Placito?
Placito there. Ooh, easily read there. But I think, yeah, that was offside from the beginning, so that wouldn't have counted. But again, very feisty coming from this team.
They are not, neither side is letting the other breathe. That's a very interesting game plan, and it certainly will boil down to attrition at the end of the game. I cannot wait to be there when it happens.
Well, looks like they are still applying the pressure, perhaps to change the mood of the team talk at the at halftime here. Modu Mane looking for that pass, almost gets Guy, who was in a great position, but still the attack goes on for Manila Digger. Ball goes out, and they retain possession. Coach helping out with the throw. He wants this done and wants it done now. Mane looking for someone to pass it through. Will he offer a reset?
That's why you need to keep Baji on Guy. He's been shutting him down for so many chances.
Well, here comes Mane again. This time 2 on him. Vasquez and Gaku just doing the job.
You know, it's fantastic work by the Stallion scouting department. You chose to point or to mark Guy and Mane. You take away the top goal scorer, you take away the top playmaker. If you do that, you can cause some discomfort on the upper half of the pitch, and maybe you can use that to your advantage to cause some errors up there.
Well, Davao now looks to be doing a long one. Up it goes into the box, but straight into the hands of Yusuf Butt.
For a second there, I thought he was just going to throw the ball straight into the net.
Not if Yusuf Butt would have something to say about it. And there on your screen, the man who has really hounded Guy. And the moment that he stepped away, Pa Usman Guy scored. Foul has been given.
Some fans here in the stadium making their opinions known. Not very happy with that call. But yes, of course, 4 minutes of added time here in the first half. We are already halfway through that. But here is the replay of that foul. Baji trying to clear that ball.
Ooh.
But Guy got in the way. I'm not quite sure what made it a foul, though. It was all ball.
Well, perhaps there was just unfortunate contact from the point of view of our referee this evening, Chris Mark Nanyola. Either way, it will be a free kick. Taken long. Looking for that opening down the right. Shift of direction. Can Placito get to it? No, he is too far, and the ball changes hands in possession. So far, they are, from the looks of it, they might be fizzling down for the end of the half, but again, you cannot take that moment away. They might just simply spring you up. And here comes Manila Digger again through the midfield. 2 players trying to mark them and unable to find a recourse. Quickly taken free kick. They might have an opportunity here. Referee allows it. Nishioka blocked it. Usman Guy dispossessed. Critical movement from the Stallion defense. Danger not fully averted. But there goes, they finally have it. Oh, not again. Looks like Mane has something to say about it. Watanabe has it. Daninko on the right. Goes to Mane again. Trying to just keep that ball until the end of the first half. And looks like they succeeded in doing that. Referee has blown his whistle. And what a first half we've been treated. But looks like Ed and I will have to take a break along with you guys because this has been such an action-packed first half. We'll be right back, but the half ends right now. Stallion Laguna 1, Manila Digger 1.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ertulo Galili. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Diggers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu! It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
second half action is upon us. As the first half ended, it ended Stallion Laguna 1, Manila Digger FC 1. And so far, the team that looked to be in the ascendancy is trailing, is dragging. And who best to be in front of them right now do that? Stallion Laguna, who has had a spectacular first half. At the very beginning, they rocked it. They had everything going for them. Walk us through the game here.
Well, it's nothing short of a defensive masterclass from both teams. You saw what Stallion had in mind, the man marking the most impactful players that Manila Digger had. You saw Usman Baji, specifically man marking Usman Guy. You had Isagaku marking Modo Mane. They let the others run free, but if you can close down on those two influential players, you can cut the rest of them off, and that's what Stallion was going for. But for Manila Digger, solid, consistent defense as always, relying on guys like Jarvis, Juf, Taninko, and Dabao to cut out the wide attackers, because Stallion was attacking wide with guys like Trujillo, McDaniel, and Hoatam. Hoatam already scored a goal on them, so they might want to rethink that strategy. Maybe try to close down on them more aggressively. But so far, both teams just had an answer for whatever they were throwing at each other. That's the wonder goal that Hoatam scored earlier tonight, and this was one of the responses. Guy going for an outrageous bicycle kick, but it just sailed over the bar. This was the equalizing goal. Modo Mane, just too slow to close out on him, finds a pass to Usman Guy. That's why they had to be man-marked. Mane was given too much space to pull the strings, and Guy just able to finish it yet again with his killer long legs.
And again, both of those goals were, so to say, we weren't really expecting them to be taken in such a manner. But then again, that's what makes the goals beautiful themselves. They have been in one of the most unexpected situations. One is from a shot taken that we weren't even looking at the time and didn't even see that it was going to go in. Numbers in front of you, what can you say?
Well, it was more one-sided in terms of position to Manila Digger. They had more chances, as expected, from the league's top offense, but credit where credit is due. Stallion Laguna holding them down. 7 shots, 5 on target for Manila Digger. Only 1 went in, compared to Stallion's 4 shots, 2 on target, 1 went in. You could say Stallion is the more efficient of the two, making more of less. They saw less of the ball, but they had more quality chances. Manila Digger, they want to close down on that, prevent them from seeing any chances. And fun fact, tonight marks the first time Manila Digger has conceded a goal in the Philippines Football League since March 21 of 2026, almost 2 months ago.
Wow, and that is a surprising thing, considering that how in the last few weeks in the domestic league that Manila Digger has really started to flex muscle. They've really started to get onto this momentum. The team has started to solidify and has been going in an incredible pace. And then in front of them, Stallion Laguna just doing what they need to do, sticking to their guns, doing their assignments. And certainly looks like Coach Ernie has done his homework for tonight. He has stalled this attacking side and has made the adjustments to make it all count. But like you said, this might be a battle of attrition. Mahirap i-maintain ang high pace, ang high tempo na game all throughout the 90 minutes. And this is where the depth of the squad comes in and where the coach's mind games would come into play. So what do you think would both of the teams need to do in order to keep this up?
I think both teams are well equipped for a battle of attrition, because look at the substitutes they have ready. Stallion, they have Sendra on the bench, Ivanovsky, Belgira, Terrence Smith, Kevin Ibene Mokuta, Stephen Banner, Amir Memari. Any one of them can come in and change the game. Same is true for Manila Digger. They have Dylan Wabatafim, Saiku Sise, JB Borlongan, David Sambo, Shirma Filonco, Christian Schaffner, Troy Limbo. Any one of them also game changers. So if it's simple, if one of them gets tired, just put the other guy on. They'll pick up exactly where their teammates have left off. They'll continue on that same pace, and it's really just a battle to the end on who wants it more. For Stallion, they're going to have to work on their transition offense. They're going to need to be a bit more clinical in front of goal. If you're seeing less of the ball, you're going to want to make more chances of the possession that you do have. for Manila Digger, they need to put Stallion away now. They have better chances. They have better possession. The game is pretty much leaning towards their favor. It falls on them to dispatch the Stallions now.
Well, it looks like Manila Digger has kicked us off here for the second half, and as it stands, the game is still in the balance. The points are currently being split, and if everything goes the way they are right now, this also means that Manila Digger won't be able to take first place outright just on points.
Right you are, Glenn. Based on goal difference, Manila Digger will sit second still to 1-gig, a team that they have already beaten twice. No foul called there. Ken Pride shoving Usman Guy to the ground. Questionable decision. The fans are letting their displeasure be heard as a cross is covered by Omar Ng.
And you just, again, looking for that same kind of play, just going for that long ball, hoping that Usman Guy would be able to get into the position that he wanted. We've seen it before. I've seen it personally in a few of their attempts in which an attack starts from NG and Usman Guy, the right place, right time kind of guy, finds the net.
You just recall Manila Digger's ability to play from the back, but not in terms of short passes. No, they can bypass the midfield entirely by placing accurate long passes. Not only can NG do it, Jordan Jarvis has done it in the past. Modo Juf, more than capable of matching that same skill. So a lot of options in terms of progressive play, starting from your defenders. Usman Guy.
Ooh, that was a good one from Usman Guy, but he still needs to keep that ball going. Still within the line. Great job from Usman Guy. Loses his mark. Goes to Nishioka.
Offside called on Nishioka, but Usman Guy, you can see him start to stretch his legs out a little bit. That was the first time I think I've seen him tonight outright beat Usman Baji.
And again, in this early stages here, let's have a look at that replay.
A clever turn by Guy just sends Baji to the cleaners. Nishioka was nearly there, but called offside, unfortunately. But what a piece of individual brilliance by the league's top goal scorer.
Oh, I think Usman Guy was just trying to get that split second where he was still onside, but Usman Baji just moving towards quickly enough to get him offside. And now they go again. Manila Digger trying to get that ball up front with a long pass, looking for somebody. Nishioka could be that guy. They find him on the left side, looking for somebody to make that pass to. Great tackle there coming from Macmillan to keep that away, but it is still at the expense of another throw.
And how about this battle down the left wing? The battle of Philippine national team prospects. Nico Macmillan, already capped at the U23 level, versus Kenji Nishioka, a man hell-bent on breaking into the national team setup.
Well, on the ball right now on your screen is Dabao looking to gear another long throw, and he does. Just needs to find a good header. Still back in the box. Dealt with, but still not convincingly by Stallion. Digger can restart. Danico now on that right. Juf, who is in unexpected a bit forward here, taking a foul. And a free kick for the team on the attack, Manila Digger.
Patrick Ling trying to just poke the ball away from Juf. Unfortunately, it caught Juf's ankle instead. Well-called foul. And now it's a dangerous spot here for a free kick by Kenji Nishioka. Remember this man's passing range. If he can't shoot it from distance, he will most certainly find one of his guys in the box. And look at the options he has there. Jarvis, Juf, Baji, Guy, Mane. Any one of them tall enough to receive Nishioka's passes.
Well, there it goes, the delivery. Heads by Guy! Wow, Usman Guy just tips the scale over to their favor.
And there goes Guy, the go-to guy's running away again. He cannot be caught the same way that he can't be caught in the Golden Boot race. That now takes his tally to 28 goals for the season. You can't mark this man in set pieces. You cannot afford to let your focus slip, because results like this are bound to happen. A brace against Stallion Laguna for Pa Usman Guy.
And again, in another dead ball situation, Pa Usman Guy has just been quite difficult to mark, especially because, let's have a look at that again.
You can see the initial foul call there by Patrick Ling. That's where he clipped Juf, and Nishioka with that ball perfectly finding the forehead of Usman Guy. You cannot practice that any more perfectly. What a perfect pass by Kenji Nishioka. Received well on Usman Guy's head. Just nods it towards goal. What a performance this man is having so far. 28 goals for the season. Just pulling away in the Golden Boot race. Stallion Laguna starting from the back foot, despite for a brief moment winning this game. But now they have it all to do.
It looks like Stallion Laguna's evening now have just gotten a little bit difficult now, with Manila Digger seemingly finding an extra gear to move forward with, and now they are starting to get those attacks in place. And like what you said, they are starting to capitalize on the numerous chances that they are able to get off of the Stallion Laguna backline.
That's right, because you cannot take Stallion in a prolonged battle, because they have as much stamina as Manila Digger does. So in a prolonged fight, you're just making Stallion a whole lot more dangerous. And as it stands, Manila Digger is #1 in the Philippines Football League heading into the championship round.
At this stage, they will take outright 3 points, in that they will claim top spot, but they are still not finished yet. Looks like they are building up for another attack. Great blockage there coming from number 95, Usman Baji.
And you see where Usman Baji is now. He's assigned to cover more of the left flank, while the responsibility of marking Usman Guy has been left to Ken Pride. Interesting switch there. We'll have to see if it's going to work as effectively as it did in the first half.
Well, right now it looks like the favor has turned over to Manila Digger, who is looking for another one here. Stallion just need to keep going with what they have earlier. They have that venom when they need it the most, but they certainly need to have it in quantity now.
You're right, you are there, Glenn. They have quality, but can they do it consistently enough? You can't just rely on one goal to carry you out through an entire 90-minute game. You're going to need to do it consistently when you absolutely need it. This is where big game players come to play. That's where you need your guys like Finn McDaniel, Juan Trujillo, Zama Hoatham. That's when you need them to come up clutch.
Well, here comes Yana Trujillo, but really too close to the keeper, NG. Now NG just starting things over quickly with Davao on that left side. Nishioka ahead of him. Which way will he go? Davao opts to go back. There is no way through that side. Bas looking for that long pass, shifts the direction to the opposite flank. Well defended on that side by Stallion Laguna to just keep it away.
Well read by Vasquez. Just controlling the left back spot, preventing Watanabe from making any runs. And here comes Baji. He's taking it all the way up the pitch. You can't stop that man.
And he's won a foul at a very convenient spot.
Usman Baji, talk about a guy who can do it all. Takes the ball all the way from his own half and puts it perfectly from a deadly set-piece range. I tell you, the physicality of this man is off the charts.
And I think he is one of the bars that you have to meet. Let's have a look at that replay there, which nabitin.
And there's Usman Baji, again, using his pace, his deceptive pace, to take the ball off the pitch. Draws a foul from Asan Baji. Clever move to win a free kick at a time where your team needs as many chances as they can get. Now, they haven't been able to beat Manila Digger outright in terms of possession. This is where you got to be smart. Think outside the box. Rely on set-piece plays. Try to put your team in a more favorable position. As you can see the coaching staff tactically reviewing the pitch, Coach Ernie and Coach Neil.
And again, it's quite interesting now because they are really spreading a lot of their players, and look who is trying to get for that open space on the right side.
Finn McDaniel, he knows Usman Guy already has 2 goals on him. He's going to try to answer here. This is his range.
Goes up. The dip was there.
It was right there. Perhaps if he aimed it towards the corner more, it would have gone in. But again, Omar NG is a very tough man to beat.
Now it looks like they have to go with a quick counter here. Manila Digger. But unfortunate that the attack will have to end there. Oh, looks like they still have possession through a throw, and they will try to do it as quickly. Nope, looks like they will opt to get more players in position here.
That was a free kick by Finn McDaniel. It was dipping perfectly. You couldn't have hit it any more perfectly than that, but Omar Enji, ready at all times. That's why they always relied on him in the Challenge League campaign. They're relying on him now.
Stallion could have something up their sleeve. On that left side they go. But it is easily thwarted by Tanico at the early stages. Nipped it in the bud before it got dangerous.
Tanico, one of the main criticisms this young man has faced is that he doesn't track back defensively well enough. But tonight he's proving that comment wrong. Marking Hoatam relentlessly.
Ooh. How about there? I think that was a bit too tough of a challenge, and the referee agrees it has been called as a foul.
Well, if you know Charles Davao for anything, is that he always delivers a crunching tackle. One way or another, he's taking his man down.
Well, he certainly wanted to make sure that that would be the end of that movement, but at the cost of a card.
See it on the replay there. McMillan trying to make a run for it, but Davao just too late. Nothing but ankles there.
And I think the referee really did do it right with the card there. He was nowhere near the ball when he tried that tackle. It was already too late.
It's a dangerous tackle. Studs up nonetheless. He was going for a sliding tackle as well. No ball whatsoever. Nothing but McMillan on that hit.
And now this does give Stallion Laguna the prime spot to deliver a ball through that box, and perhaps this time they could use their own height to their advantage as well. Because while Manila Digger has the height advantage, the physicality, Stallion Laguna has the same.
Yeah, they're a very physical team themselves. If you put Baji, if you put Gaku, even put Placito and McDaniel himself in that box, you can try to get away with a potential goal chance. From this angle, of course, it's unlikely that McDaniel's going to take it. Personally, I'd trust Juan Trujillo from this range, considering the amount of assists this man has bagged so far this season.
It looks like they might be taking a play out of that playbook right there. Eliana Trujillo has been given the duty to deliver that ball into the box and hopefully into the path of a Stallion player. For the referee's cue.
Trujillo has 15 assists this season. Could this be number 16?
Referee gives the signal. Some movement on the edge of the box. There it goes. There's a header. Usman Baji gets to that, but couldn't direct.
You could just see how much he loaded up for that header. It was a perfect cross there by Trujillo. Perhaps it just floated a bit too much, but it landed squarely for Baji, who just cooked it. Perhaps he got the point of contact wrong there, but not a bad try. They're going to want to run it again.
And again, physicality-wise, Baji is one of those specimens that you can see that's really physical. Manila Digger now want to play this out, but there is relentless pressure coming from Stallion Laguna.
And how about that Mr. Incredible pressing Jordan Jarvis like his life depended on it.
Well, they did manage to get it out. Now they have a chance to play it through the left side. Nishioka was waiting, but that was good reaction from Macmillan to head it. But they still have another one to defend here.
There goes Juf, one of the unsung heroes of that Manila Digger defense. What a flick that is.
That's a good pass there. Delivery. And the shot. Ooh.
He was on a brace, Usman Guy. Nailing that one would have earned him his hat trick. Luckily for Stallion, got the point of contact and that shot wrong as well. Just sails over the bar.
Well, so far, the main difference right now between when Baji was guarding Usman Guy versus Kenneth Pride is Pride doesn't really need to take it away from him. He just needs to make it a living hell for him right now. Not let him take the shot properly. Now they are under pressure. Usman Guy has that knack of just chasing down the keeper who has the ball.
Look at Watanabe tracking all the way back to cover Vasquez. And Mane forcing a mistake out of Badji.
Pass. Ooh! And another one! And that was the hat trick that you've been looking for!
Unbelievable. This man cannot be stopped. Usman Guy is having the game of his life. A hat trick to close out the second round against Stallion Laguna. Yusuf Butt is beside himself. He already made the save against Modo Mane, but his defense let him down big time with the rebound.
And again, Mane with the assist, giving him the space, just allowing them to do what they want to do. And that has been one of their biggest weaknesses right now.
Stallion Laguna having an impromptu meeting on the pitch. But look at this replay. Mane, no one marking him, but able to dispatch him. But who was marking Guy? Pride fell asleep there. Guy just given way too much space. Nobody was marking him. McMillan was there. Pride was there. Nobody was able to get a foot on time. But is furious, and deservedly so. Badji taken out of the equation. He was forced to mark Mane. Guy was just left stranded. And now he's stunting on him.
Wow, and the celebration is well to match. And now this is really turning into a game with an unassailable lead for Manila Digger, who has been in the running. And so far, Stallion Laguna, while their defense had stood still, had stood firm, it was not enough.
Whatever plan Stallion cooked up in the second half, for the second half, simply has not worked. They took away the man-marking responsibilities, and it backfired spectacularly here.
And I think that's one of the key things that really made a change here, but they could be in the trouble here. Yusuf had no choice but to send that the other way.
We are getting into the final minutes of this game, and Stallion is already looking like they're waning. What a tip from Yusuf Butt, preventing a fourth goal from sailing into the back of his net. A true reaction save. Finn McDaniel not happy with his team's performance whatsoever. Taking a cooling break, it seems.
Well, it is still not done because they have another defensive duty to comply with. Corner, and it will be Nishioka with the delivery. And while this gentleman has not been the loudest in terms of goal scoring this evening, he has certainly been another threat that they've been trying to quell on that opposite side of the flank. Now there is this opportunity. Corner.
Nishioka, pure dead ball specialist. 11 assists to his name. Here it comes.
Ooh, and it went through everybody there, and the foul just closes that opening.
Just unbelievable scenes here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. If you remember, at the 32nd minute, Zamo Hoatham gave Stallion a 1-0 lead, but only 8 minutes later, it was canceled out by Usman Guy's first. And now in the second half, he has bagged himself a brace to take his total up to 3 goals, a hat trick against Stallion Laguna to close out the second round as it stands. And Manila Digger are currently the league leader heading into the championship round.
And let's be honest, it is a bit deserving for them given that the efforts, the changes that they've gone through in a short amount of time. But again, Stallion Laguna still has a few minutes to say something different here. Galeana wants it back, couldn't get it. And Juve just gently gives it back to his keeper.
Just Juve completely shutting down Galeana on the wing. Not an easy task to do. He is one of the league's premier playmakers. Juve just physically out-muscling him.
Looks like there's the chase. Usman Guy wants to take it from Yusuf Butt, who responded appropriately with that clearance, but it is not a good one. And the Digger has it back, and they are recycling the possession. Juve being hounded on his own half.
Finn's trying to run after it, go after NG to force a mistake. Perhaps it didn't work. No, Watanabe still has the ball. He still has the ball.
And they've Possession is not over yet. Manila Digger has it with Mane there, just nicking it. And he wants one for himself, and he gets it!
Manila Digger is running riot yet again at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, this time courtesy of Moto Mane, the team captain. What happened to the defense there? Completely fell asleep, allowing Moto Mane that run past the midfield.
And again, if you were to tell me that this would be the outcome after the second half, I would be surprised, because Stallion Laguna has been up there taking the game to Manila Digger, and right now they aren't.
There's the replay right there. Pride too slow to react. Mane just too quick, too physical. Fires a goal beautifully past use of butt. Miscommunication yet again, costing Stallion dearly. Mane just having a clear run. Nobody was marking him. It's the defensive lapses that have costed Stallion so dearly here tonight. Considering how defensively solid they were in the first half, they just completely let it slip.
And from a tale of two halves here, the first half, both teams were shoulder to shoulder, neck to neck. But now, there is some real daylight in between these two teams. Manila Digger could be running away with it with some changes here to keep the momentum going.
It's not going to be much easier here for Stallion. Davao and Watanabe are coming off in their place. It's a like-for-like substitution. John Mar Barsanilla alongside Troy Limbo. Oh, sorry, Delaine Wambatafem.
Quality players again from the depth of the squad that Manila Digger has.
This is exactly what Manila Digger needed to do. You have Stallion on the ropes. Finish them off. Don't let them in. Don't let them back into the game.
Looks like that's exactly what they want to do right now. Manila Digger with another offensive moving to that right side. Guarded by the defense, two-man up. It looks like Baji was able to clear it.
Again, just look at how eager these Manila Digger midfielders are. Whoever is receiving the ball on the Stallion side, there is always a midfielder or two immediately pressing the recipient of any long pass. That is how they've been able to cut out Stallion from gaining much possession.
And now we go to the mentality that comes, because I've seen this before with other games, that when you're up against Manila Digger and 3 goals have been scored in front of you, that's where the team starts losing steam. That's where they make even more mistakes. And you could see that their attacking prowess has just faded.
Here comes the ball. McDaniel finally receiving possession. Hoatam down the wing. Cut off by Juf, who has been solidly performing this entire night.
Trying to look for Mane, who shifted to the left side this time. Well done with that.
Here comes 2 new substitutes for Stallion Laguna, looking to bolster up the offense. Zamo Hoatam, the goal scorer for Stallion, alongside Aaron Vasquez. The entire left flank of Stallion Laguna being replaced by Koichi Belguera and Kevin Ebenimakuta. But going back to what you said earlier, Glenn, whenever Manila Digger is more than 3 goals up on you, it's like the opposing offense is now prone to more mistakes, therefore allowing more goals from Manila Digger to come in. Could it be for a pure mentality advantage, or just making them uncomfortable, or making them overthink basic attacking plays?
You can see right there, possession now just moving smoothly for Manila Digger, who is again on the attacking phase. Opting to move through midfield it goes, shifts the play over to the opposite side.
This is where Manila Digger is the most dangerous, when every single player on the pitch is getting involved. They weren't able to do that in the first half because of how well they were able to cut out Guy and Mane. But now, free-flowing Manila Digger offense, this is where they are unbeatable. Look at that ball yet again by Mane, finding Guy, and there goes Wambatafem.
Looks like they are still going through here with that great chance, movement of possession here. Manila Digger still focused on that right side, looking for that pass. They are inside the box, and it is goal number 5.
And there he is again, Mr. 6'7" himself, Kenji Nishioka, who's been quiet this entire night, only to pop up when least expected. I told you, Glenn, this is when they are at their most dangerous. When everybody is getting into position, everybody's getting a chance of touching the ball. That allows everybody to get a feel of where they all needed to be.
And again, this is exactly what happens whenever they have started to get into that rhythm, into that role. And they just can't do anything about it.
What a pass by Wambatafim, the substitute, finding Nishioka, completing the final phase of that play. Macmillan just too slow to keep up with Nishioka. Is it tired legs affecting him? The quad vision replay giving you the best opportunity to see that goal yet again. It's elementary passing now that's just destroying the Stallion Laguna defense, who not too long ago was really doing a good job of holding their own.
And again, like what we've been saying, we thought that Stallion Laguna was going to step up again, but looks like the adjustments in the second half have perhaps done and become counterintuitive for this side right now, and they are being dismembered, being dismantled thoroughly by the Manila Digger, who is now in the firm driving seat.
And I'll say it again, whatever plan Stallion had entering the second half just didn't work. Kenji Nishioka, what a trick that was. He just yo-yoed the ball back onto himself. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, but yes, whatever plan Stallion had entering the second half just did not work. It backfired spectacularly. 4 goals allowed in the second half, and here comes possibly the 5th. Mane running again, offside.
Well, however dangerous that man is, there will still be some mistakes, but again, the Modu Mane's evening has been spectacular. He might have only scored 1 goal out of the 5, but his involvement in all of them has been impeccable.
That's why they needed to keep marking him. They did it in the first half when they put Gaku to specifically mark Mane. But when they took him off, that's when Mane started having free roam. He was able to run across the pitch, left wing, right wing, down the middle. It didn't matter. That's where Mane is most dangerous, because he will always find his guys, and he already did so.
And interestingly, he is, I believe, their most valuable player at the moment. And again, the contribution that he's had, not just to this game, but with all of the other games in the previous as well. You cannot state enough that while he is the one who is directly scoring the goals, he has certainly been the one that's been providing the supply. He has, so far this season, been involved with most of the play coming from the side.
And you just have to take this into context. Stallion Laguna's defense is not bad. You remember just how many teams they've given so many problems. Kaya, Wantagig, Cebu. They've been such a thorn in their sides, but Manila Digger just on a different level right now, on a high, completely dismantling one of the league's best defenses easily. Usman Guy, a hat trick on his own. In his place is Saiku Sise, last season's top goal scorer. Talk about depth.
Yes, and again, this is really the level of football that Manila Digger has to offer, that now has done the exact same thing to all of the teams this second round and has just steamrolled past the competition at the start of the 2026 calendar. And so far, they don't appear to be stepping back on their route to the championship here.
If you recall earlier, the goal celebrations when Modo Mane scored his goal, Omar Enji was pointing towards the AFC on the captain's armband. That could only mean one thing. Because Manila Digger already know they have the quality to make it to, at minimum, the semifinals of the Challenge League, of course they're going to want to go back there. They want AFC competition. They want to be on the continental stage. And they'll do anything that it takes, everything that it takes, to get back to that level, to prove that they have what it takes to go all the way. How do they do that? By winning the league, and winning the league they are.
And again, in a spectacular fashion as well. So far, looks like the keeper will be changed for this evening. It would be Michael Asong who's going to be stepping in for NG, who has been doing a spectacular job
Michael Asong, how about goalkeeper depth? If Omar Engi's coming off, how about last season's #1 from Manila Digger in Mike Asong, who has given so many teams such a headache last season? If you recall, his masterclass against Gig in Binyan, his masterclass against Stallion in Binyan. He has kept out so many teams on his own, despite not being the most physically imposing goalkeeper in the league. He is still another mountain for a Stallion to climb here tonight.
And Jeff, that really just speaks to how the defense is really beefed up, because not only do they have one keeper that's really capable, looks like there will be another change.
Here comes a fan favorite warming up for Manila Digger, none other than number 77, Su Jiao, coming in for Asan Baji, it seems. Su Jiao, a fan favorite among the Manila Digger fan base. They love to see their man in action here tonight.
Well, that was definitely one of the louder cheers.
What is that? Just got onto the pitch, already got himself a knockdown.
Number 16, Omar Engi is replacing by player number 1, Michael Asong.
How about this one? Su Diao on the pitch, that could only mean one thing. Manila Digger are in cruise control.
Well, it is one of the key things that they can do. Game management is also not one of those features, not one of those traits that Filipino football clubs often do. Or they do it often, but not to the level that we're expecting. Sometimes the surprise changes at the end of the game, unexpected endings. But right now, Manila Digger just wanted to get some stability here, keep it all good until the end of the final missile.
How about Kevin Ebene Makuta looking to use his pace? Remember, he's Stallion's second top goal scorer, coming off the bench too, might I add.
Looks like he has it right now, looking for that pass. Ball back to him now.
Now with Belgira to Placito. Assessing his options, finds Usman Baji. Placito again to Ken Pride.
Well, so far, the movement has been really pristine for Stallion. They just need to get it over to the final attacking third. Placito now looking for his options. Goes to the middle and goes for that wide shot. Unable to find the net there, Isagaku.
Ambitious attempt there by Gaku, but of course when you're already 4 goals down in the 78th minute, you're gonna want to try anything that sticks, really.
And that's to be fair, you really can't score if you don't shoot. So
exactly,
Stallion really has to step it up now. There is still a lot of time if they want to at least get it back to within shooting distance.
But if you just consider this, Glenn, if you're one of the teams in the championship group, you're waiting for these two to come in, and one of them is beating the other by a margin of 4 goals. How do you prepare for that, knowing that that's your final chance to beat them at least? And there goes Psycho Sisa yet again. Su Diao with him.
Looks like the danger was building up. And again, Psycho Sise is another dangerous addition, another dangerous piece of this team. And he has been scoring up, racking up the goals just the same as Pausman Guy.
Remember, he was the top goal scorer for Manila Digger last season. Granted, he has faced some fitness issues in a majority of the season. But if you remember, for the first few games of the 25-26 PFL season, he was the top goal scorer in the league.
Looks like Ricky Sendra is finally making his way into the field, adding a kind of different flavor to the attack. But again, Sendra himself has been one of those lethal goal scorers for Stallion, especially in the previous season.
Patrick Ling coming off, confirmed for Tremaine Castillo. Isagaku coming off for Ricardo Sendra. That's an interesting move, trading Gaku for Sendra. You're sacrificing physicality for on-ball quality. And if you're looking to build up more attacking plays, perhaps that's exactly what you need.
Right now, it looks like it's still just controlling the game now for Manila Digger. inviting the pressure again because they are that confident in getting the ball out. And there they go again. Stallion just want to get it back. Placito trying his hardest to get that tackle in. And now it looks like Manila Digger has managed to play themselves into a dangerous spot after inviting all that pressure. Stallion almost got the better of them. Throw in now. Manila assessing to where he wants to put the ball. Wrong option for him, passes it to a Stallion player, and now they are looking through Ricky Sendra to deliver that ball inside. Benny dribbling that ball, finds Placito in the middle, lays it off to Macmillan. Still no go from there. Now McDaniel on the right side, cross into the box. But there's not enough numbers to make anything happen, but they still recover. Stallion gradually increasing pressure. Long distance shot, but Asong was up to that.
Asong's a hard man to beat if you're looking to shoot from distance.
Well, the delivery to get that ball out still thwarted by now Stallion, who is building momentum in the last 5 minutes. They want to control that ball, don't want to be wasteful. There is still 9 minutes and change here, and perhaps they have an opportunity to make this a little bit more decent for their side.
If you just recall the last time these two met, a 1-1 draw. That Stallion was leading for a majority of the game. And now, fast forward several months, it's now 5-1 in favor of Manila Digger. It's a true testament to just how much Manila Digger has improved in such a short span of time. And make no mistake, Stallion have improved too. They are vastly better than what they used to be in the first round. But one of these teams clearly just on a different level altogether.
Again, there was a scary moment with that chase, trying to give that ball through Wamba Tafem. Now Stallion just trying to control it through midfield.
It's hard to stop that man. He's built like a tank, but runs like a Ferrari. It's a dangerous combination.
Well, Sandra also with that, looking for that pass there, but just not enough power to get it through the defense. And Mane was offside, so he didn't even bother chasing that no more.
Entering the 83rd minute of the game. It's pretty much game, set, and match here in favor of Manila Digger. It's only a matter of time until the game ends. The only thing Stallion can do now is try to make the scoreline a bit more respectable. Or get a draw. You know, anything can happen in football.
4 goals in 7 minutes plus stoppage. I mean, we've seen it happen before. It's those really late, you could say really late pushes coming from the team. But again, that would be a very tall order to ask of Stallion Laguna, who is in a precarious situation.
It's like playing NBA 2K. You put the sliders all the way to 100, and everything's going to start going in.
Well, looks like Stallion just really finding it hard to find a pathway through the final attacking third. And now the defense has the ball again for Manila Digger. Now they are looking to maybe add another one to the tally. They have numbers pushing forward. Mane, no, he skipped the man, but this could be, it would have been a great pass.
Psycho Cisse has the pace to get to that ball. Make no mistake. Just got the point of contact wrong. But what a ball that is by Wamba Tafem. An ambitious ball. But Cisse just skied it. Did not get much control of that. Perhaps too eager to get on the score sheet there.
And again, while everybody, including us, was focused on Mane there, we didn't see very clearly that beautiful run by Cisse. Now Stallion wants to get it dispossessed again. Ricky Sendra.
Now you see what Stallion's trying to do. Play short, smart passes. They have the quality to pull that off. But if you just compare the two offenses, Stallion is just not as consistent as Manila Digger, nor do they move as one unit, whereas Manila Digger does.
And that's what makes the team in red dangerous right now. But here comes Stallion Laguna. Wow, that pass, great footwork coming
How
from
about
the
that
gentleman.
pace? Barsanilla crunching tackle on Kevin Mokota. The man off the bench hasn't had much chances to play this season, but when they call on him, my goodness, does he make an effort.
And he has been a key player in the previous games as well. So thinking that his late introduction could be just trying to get him in his best form right now. Benny Mokota, perhaps that's what they want. And now, Galiana again with the responsibility of getting that ball into someone with at least a half-decent chance of heading it in. Up it goes. Ahead! No! Great response there by Asong.
What a stop by Michael Asong, just putting a strong hand in the front of that ball. It was surely going in, but Asong himself had something to say about it. And now here they come again, the men in red. Good stop by Castillo, stopping that attack from materializing. But
that was so close as well. Let's have a look at that again.
Look at that. A picture perfect header by Mokota, but Mike Asong staying ready.
Gotta be honest, there are keepers, despite that being that close to them, with the power behind that ball, it could have easily gone in. It's just that Michael Asong was well ready for that.
You gotta understand how frustrating this is for teams to deal with. You're already having trouble scoring against NG. They take him off and they put in Asong. You still can't score against them.
Right now, that is certainly what's keeping this game a little bit distant from Stallion Laguna, who has for a brief period of time in the past been contenders themselves well.
Yes, if you can recall the 2024 transition season, Stallion Laguna placing 3rd that year.
Well timed, that tackle.
Again, Barsanilla so showing his quality. Not the most physically imposing, but he gets his timings right.
Now he could have another chance to put those passes in. They are moving forward. Wamba Tafem on that left side. Lilia trying to assist. No, they go through the middle again. Zhu Diao being crowded. Shioka now in the more back position there, or deeper.
He's marking Mane again. Remember the last time, what happened when they gave him free rein in that midfield.
Now it is just pass and move for Manila Digger to just keep that ball and keep the timer running. 87 minutes already gone by.
You can evidently see the evolution of Manila Digger through the roles their players are doing. You recall last season, Wamba Tafem was a straight-out starter, night in and night out. Now he's a rotation piece, spark plug of the bench.
Then there's Pa Usman guy who's been really pivotal, who has really racked up the goals this season as well. Kota has the ball and being hounded by 2 defenders. Can he take it into the box? Oh, he gets a foul instead, and in a very opportune spot.
This could be the chance Stallion's looking for to go ahead and grab a goal to cut the lead down to 3.
And perhaps a little encouragement as well. Let's have a look at this again.
Let's not forget, Kevin Abenamokota last season was a member of the Manila Digger team.
That was definitely them doing their job. Now Stallion has a chance to put it in the box again with Galiana now closer. Ball goes up. There's the dip. Asong couldn't get to it. There's a chance, but it's cleared. McDaniel couldn't find his range there, couldn't find his target.
Just hasn't been his night for Finn McDaniel. Hasn't had much chances, not getting the delivery he wants. Combine that with being hounded by Modo Juf and Jordan Jarvis. Just hasn't been an easy night for number 14 at all.
Well, this corner could do something different here. Galiana again with a good delivery, and that was as close as it can get, but still did not shake the net.
Call that divine intervention, the way nothing is going Stallion's way. That ball, from my angle at least, surely was going in until it bounced off somebody's head. It could have been a Stallion player, it could have been a Manila Digger player. Wasn't sure. But either way, it didn't go in.
Now it looks like there's some action on the other side there, waiting for the offside flag, and they get it.
Psycho Cisse looking for one of his infamous chips over the goalkeeper. He's done it before. If you recall when Manila Digger beat 1-0, courtesy of Psycho Cisse, chipping the ball over Milos Kupic.
Well, you have heard it from the announcer and have seen it on your screen. There will be 5 more minutes added to this contest. If Stallion wants to get something done, they have to do it now.
You can just see how the tempo of the game changed. Well, the first half, we were barely breathing that game with how much stuff was going on back and forth.
Agreed.
It just slowed down in the second half to the detriment of Stallion, because slowing down allowed Manila Digger to really get into their own style of play, their own tempo, and their own pace.
And I think that worked for Stallion in the first half, just choking the life out of Manila Digger, denying them of opportunities to really make it move. And now that they've made those changes, especially the early changes in the start of the second half, I think that's what really ended it for Stallion Laguna. But so far right now, they might still have a chance to pull one back, another corner, and momentum going their way.
Has to be lesson learned for Stallion Laguna. If you're trying to play an opponent through their own tempo, don't let up. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Sendra, ambitious shot, but wasn't going to amount to much. Goal kick to Manila Digger.
And you know, of all the teams that I was expecting to really just take physicality and the battle of attrition, I was really looking forward to Stallion being that team, because I've been watching them for a while, and and I can tell that they had the lungs. They always have that will, but right now, because of the scoreline or because of how Manila Digger is really doing it to them, they've lost that engine that they have.
For me, Glenn, I think Manila Digger was able to come out with a win today thanks to a pure tactical masterclass. And here comes Juan Batafim, a chance to make it 6. Place it off to Nishioka. That ball is gone. It's going all the way to LaSalle.
And another opportunity for Nishioka from a beautiful pass that just went too much and over.
Been too excited there, Nishioka. Hasn't seen the ball much today, but he's already scored a goal. Try not to be greedy there. He definitely had time to stay on the ball and try to place a better shot.
Yeah, despite the fact that he hasn't really seen a lot of the ball this evening, or at least hadn't seen the highlight reel, or wouldn't make a lot to the highlight reel this evening, he has still contributed a lot to this team, especially in keeping his side dangerous.
But as I said earlier, Glenn, I think Manila Digger was able to beat Stallion today because of a pure tactical masterclass. The way they were able to move the ball, make it dance all over the pitch, stretching the midfield and the defense apart, pulling Baji off Guy, forcing Pride to mark Baji, was really able to work in their favor. They were able to get the mismatches that they're looking for. Here comes Barcinelia, and there goes Motomani, who fires it right.
They might have a chance here. Great ball! Looking for somebody down to just head it in, but no one close to even get that done. But that was a great effort in itself there for Bas.
Justin Bas, this is not his first time tormenting Stallion Laguna. He was able to do that a couple of years ago with Kaya FC Iloilo and United City.
Now they are just trying to run down the clock, but Stallion has been one of those sides that had been after silverware for so long. You'd think that this could be one of those nights that they could have, but Manila Digger has really dug deep. Well, Stallion still has something to say. They might have a chance. Mukuta on the right, looking for somebody, bounces off defender, and it will be a foul.
And I hate to say this about Stallion Laguna, Glenn, but if you consider the trophy drought that this team has, could you consider them the Arsenal of the Philippines Football League? Because heading into every season, the optimism is there. This year is our year, and then it's not. So apologies to all the Arsenal fans out there, but then again, I support Liverpool, so take it as it is.
Well, that is certainly, I would say, a very harsh take, because Stallion Laguna have their ups and downs as well. So far, this has been a night that I almost thought that they were going to go all the way with the 3 points and maybe spoil the party.
For a brief moment in that first half, more than capable of doing that, as Juan Trujillo just fires that ball straight into Barcelonillo's face. He just walks it off like nothing happened.
Usually he has that confidence and accuracy, but now the wall just did its job. Now Trujillo still has a chance. Galeana looking for that pass. What a save! Cannot let one through.
Mike Asong, a patented acrobatic save. That man is flying out there. Finn McDaniel denied what looked to be his clearest chance on goal. The bench is going crazy for Mike Asong.
It's like NG never left. Asong is a man between the sticks himself. Look at that beautiful save.
Look at that, shades of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Finn McDaniel hits it beautifully. Asong claws it out of midair. Unbelievable performance here from the number one.
And again, this has been another thorn in Stallion Laguna's evening. Header, and Asong to the rescue again. McDaniel with a shot, and straight into the gloves of Michael Asong. And that would be the last action of this evening. This has been a tale of two halves. First half, you see both teams neck to neck and really giving it to each other. Stallion Laguna giving and taking the fight to the league leaders. But second half, adjustments came around. They dug deep. Manila Digger scoring 4 more goals. Who would have thought that the game would end? Stallion Laguna 1, Manila Digger 5. What are your final thoughts on this game?
For a brief moment in that first half, Stallion Laguna looked like they were going to come away with an upset of the season, but Manila Digger made the necessary second half adjustments, found a way to stretch Stallion Laguna and tore them apart. 4 unanswered goals in the second half. All courtesy of a hat-trick by Usman Guy. Goals from Motomane and Kenji Nishioka. Unstoppable by far and away. Right now, the best team in the Philippines Football League.
Well, they certainly deserve that right now. They are in cruise control in the top of the table with 54 points. Very comfortably up ahead of the rest of the pack right now. And going into the championship round, that certainly gives them the upper hand. And this does put them with one hand already clutching the silverware.
Just consider this a warning to all other teams of the championship group. This is the team to beat. For One Taguig, if you want to get back on top, you got to beat them. For Kaya, if you want a chance to get back on top, you have to beat them. For Cebu, for this to finally be your year, guess what? You have to beat them. And from what it looks like right now, it's just not happening.
Well, there are the numbers right there on your screen. We will be signing off with you this evening, but one more final analysis of this game.
In its clearest day, possession heading towards the favor of Manila Digger, and there it is, your final standings for the heading into the championship group. Manila Digger 1 with 54 points. One Taguig coming in close at second and 52. Dynamic Herb Cebu and Kaya neck and neck with third and fourth. Stallion and Aguilas neck and neck for 5th and 6th, looking to upgrade their standings from there.
And they will still play one more round against each other. The championship group is here. The group stages, or the championship round, will now commence. The points will remain. The stakes are always high. And this is for the biggest prize of the season, the championship, the Philippines Football League. This has been quite an evening, and we will be leaving you with that and perhaps the player interview right after this. But for now, it is Stallion Laguna 1, Manila Digger 5. This is Glenn Casas. This is Ed Lizaba. This is your Philippines Football League. We are PFL.
Congratulations on the result. What are your thoughts on the game?
Thank you, first of all. Thanking my teammates, the staffs, and the fans. I'm just happy because we came 1-0 behind and end up scoring 5 goals. I'm so happy.
Can you tell us something about your goals?
Nothing. It's nothing. Just been working, bro. That's all. Been working every day. Yeah.
Any message to the fans?
Saying thank you to the fans. Let them keep on supporting until the end. We have 5 more games to go. We need the trophy, yeah? Thank you.
Thanks so much, El to Gallery. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support, Manila Diggers. And next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and what the Gig fans and all that things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu! It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Mahalika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want for us to give them.